Morning Tea will bring you information on tourism, culture,
the same old system and the same
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning Tea is the best for brightening your day. Our dedicated team are always set and ready to bring you impactful information to magically brighten up your day. Magic Morning Tea will bring you information on tourism, culture, gender, politics, sports, disability, and many more. So stay tuned, stay connected to Magic Morning Tea on Magic Television, Channel 38, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
the same old system and the same
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning Tea is the best for brightening your day. Our dedicated team are always set and ready to bring you impactful information to magically brighten up your day. Magic Morning Tea will bring you information on tourism, culture, gender, politics, sports, disability, and many more. So stay tuned, stay connected to Magic Morning Tea on Magic Television, Channel 38, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
the same old system and the same
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea.
Today on Thursday, the 25th of June 2026. Good morning and welcome wherever you get to from to Magic Television. Magic Morning Tea, and the program will reach you every Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 9:30. And the program will give you all the information we need for know and for brighten up your day. So now go know we do it with the next 1 hour 30 minutes. And don't forget to yourself in the part of the program. You can send a text message on your social media and on Facebook and YouTube, or say so you send them on the WhatsApp line 090 10 38 38 090 10 38 38. Mina Cornelius Ekurandu Wampai presenter for this edition of the Magic Morning Tea.
Elmina Edward Nyake Turi. Well, inside the Magic Morning Tea this morning, we go look inside President Julius Mother View, down 3 in our office, and after we see Elmina and we vote for the second term inside June 24, 2023. We will look inside waiting some people we make up of in 3 years inside office, and also inside the studios we get for day with a representative from the Sierra Leone People's Party and civil society and civil rights activists. And the Sierra Leone ambassador to Tokyo, when Her Excellency Dr. Frances Virginia Anderson don't say the reason we make it continue for pay visits now companies them right across Tokyo for ensure say a try for carry investment inside Sierra Leone. This plus cut updates day for you. Don't forget to say yourself the opportunity for sending text message, your WhatsApp message to the number 090 1038 38 090 1038 38. Well, we go start the program good fast. In one also will take the first story inside the program. Usai, we go look inside the Tokyo ambassador when Her Excellency Dr. Frances Virginia Anderson don't talk say the reason we make it the work and different companies them right across Turkey for ensure say investment day in Salon. When we are Chicago put together that story for we and go now report.
Salon Ambassador to Turkey, Her Excellency Dr. Frances Virginia Anderson don't continue for visit big Turkish company them for see how them fit invest in Salon. Monday, June 22, 2026, and go visit Silla Old in Ankara, Turkey. The work na for make the relationship between the two countries them strong and for talk about business opportunity them. This work come after Silla Holding representative them be visit the Sierra Leone embassy in Ankara June 18, 2026. When Ambassador Anderson reached the company, the chairman of the board, Dr. Isan Sahin, and other senior officials them welcome him and explain the different business them with the company they do. They work now healthcare, medical equipment manufacturing, rehabilitation services, hospital construction, real estate, and consultancy. Ambassador Anderson praised the company for the good work where them done they do na Turkey, especially na healthcare and infrastructure development. He talk say the government of Salon ready for support foreign investor them and create good environment for business. He explain say plenty opportunity dem dey na Salone for investments na healthcare, education, infrastructure, agriculture, housing and industrial sectors. He encourage the company for look into partnership and investment opportunity dem na the country. During the meeting, dem discuss possible way dem for work together na healthcare services, hospital construction, supply of medical equipment, training and capability building, and other sector dem wey important to Sierra Leone's national development plans. Ambassador Anderson say one of the main priorities of the embassy na for build strong partnership so that dem go attract more investment and strengthen economic ties between Sierra Leone and Turkey. Dr. Insan Sahin tell thank you to the ambassador for the waka and say dem get interest for learn more about investment opportunity dem na Salone. He say Sila Holding willing for look inside area dem where dem go work hand in hand wey go help Salone socio-economic development and at the same time strengthen business relations between the two countries dem. The visit na part of one big program by the Sierra Leone Embassy in Ankara for engage leading Turkish company dem wey get interest for expanding business into Africa. Through the waka so, the embassy dey continue for promote Sierra Leone as a good destination for investment, trade, mutually beneficial partnership. For Magic TV News, me na Aisha Kabo dey report.
Aisha Kagbo for put that report there together. We're going to now take another story inside the program. Inside Magic TV don't go work on the streets of Freetown as President Bio don't do 3 years inside his second term yesterday, the 24th of June 2026. This will make people be vote for him before this second term and make Magic TV go work on the streets. So the people for ask them how they don't see President Bio this 3 years inside the second term. They could join Fudia Bangura.
June 24, 2023, Salone people be come out now for vote na the general election. After the election, the Electoral Commission of Salone announced President Julius Madabio as the winner of the election for the second term from June 24, 2023 to June 24, 2026. That make the president 3 years inside his second term as president of Salone. For sake of this, people in Freetown don't tell Magic TV waiting they make up for President Bio in 3 years na office after where Salone people vote for him the second term.
We don't do for people. You don't do for putting this country. You understand? You don't do well. Because if you try to not to encounter, we need another thing. You understand? So because you know what you say, because the way my dad was doing, I ain't Tranganese can take out the Tranganese day. Anything where it is saying it do business, it dey get money. My dad also for putting 20 at the country. If they do well, anyway, my dad dey do well.
When me in another school, I am a student of College of Medicine and I study medical laboratory. As for me, I would say President Bio is good. As I know, as for me, you know, it's good. But when it comes to me particular sorry, I would say the transportation business is really not easy. As a student, we really need suffer. Look, if we get people around 8:30 or 6, we go to a junction. Just look at that. As transportation business, like for one, for the county people, make people every day, for me people every day, for go. But you don't say you go to suicide. Either they take halfway, or they anyways, you know, easy with transportation business. Just take a look at light business as a student for study. At times, solar, right now, I see make every day time they come out. We solar they go up. So for me to get right, you know, really easy. At times, they can't get wow, we come in 2 days for me to get right. We follow the day off, we start our computers, them. So like, you know, really easy.
Me as Zanab Sise, me na disabled. Me like me so, I vex, because make I vex for the government. They already say, like people are vulnerable people are disabled. We place born from September the 1st. You know, see no government person can I say, Now them play when they play on bomb so Lord can give them tapoli, Lord give them blanket for me and they don't. Nobody, no government was no kaya. Now Soriat man, then can build for so when they build for so block us then the Soriat man they can build for we. Because they put so vulnerable. What tell it for election, they say now go vote. Although we are disabled, but they go vote. Before they go vote, they strain pass the issue go vote. Because no say now right. So they go place bomb so what the government will don't do for we. If they expect say government will don't come outside, they can't help me. City council now we are nobody. No can the mayor not even country recently. You know even country we say but this is plus una place on bomb so my council participate now. Nobody. Social welfare when they make out they just carry out right. No effort to not see. So now I don't see nothing. Because we say what man they done in place born. We are not candle. They are not see nothing. Me as an to say I don't see nothing.
Good afternoon. I'm your name Caroline Macaulay and I'm a student from Commerce. So me own side where you nice and what you need to say for me own side. Therefore, as a student, one right business more I will say okay we saw the and transportation business more you didn't a junction forget the make style for even for go now so they can take food with party there college still there back with people they back in by other new things when I don't get the
Thank you to William Fudia Bangura for putting that report there together. Well, now we go come inside the studio and we go introduce who guests them when Honorable Abdullah Muniru Lansana. Abdul Muniru Lansana. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning and good morning to the viewers out there.
And so we also get Jeff Kamara, when I civil rights activist. Good morning, Jeff, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to our host.
All right, we can look inside the program. President Bio done 3 years in his second term. Let's start with you, Muniru. Tell me a small thing about what you think say about President Bio in 12 years inside the second term.
Well, a lot has been done, and one thing where I go and let the listeners they know, to whom much is given, much is expected. But today, Fola able put across the key areas them where President don't deliver on. I decide for categorize them under 8 thematic areas where now I go for put weight on so that the people away there out there go listen and understand exactly. The first one now we free quality school education. The second one now we expansion of road infrastructure. The third one now we agriculture, we now the feed saloon. The fourth one now we energy sector improvement. The fifth one now we health sector investment. The sixth one now we digitalization and public service reform. The seventh one are the youth employment and skill development. And the 8th one are the infrastructure and market access. Now, looking at the 8th one way now here they start with, you go notice say of late president they commission bridges at different districts them. And why would they do that? Because we want to achieve the third thematic area where I talk about where I say waiting feed saloon. Because for we feed saloon, the first thing we get for try for do as a government now for lay the connectivity between outside the production they take place and the market. Because if outside the production they take place and the market not get connectivity, waiting they happen, it'll be difficult for handle. Because at the end of the day, you go don't produce a lot, but you never take it to the market. If you not take it to the market, waiting they happen, you get the challenge when it comes to realizing the value of your agricultural work. Now I make this background, President don't ensure say we get key bridges the way since colonial days to now. Them bridge and they always sabi a boat then they make iron, then get chain them. Where motokalo then do go over, then they do and come. People are afraid because assuming you get 200 bags of rice where you don't process, how you go bring another market in that kind of cost important. But now when them bridges they don't do the trucks, they go right into your farm, get your farm product to the urban center who say you get money. So exactly that now we don't try for do for measure up the feed salon in Sussex with that of infrastructure when it comes to the bridges. And when I look at the road aspect, if you follow the report within the Sierra Leone Road Authority, they know say 442 kilometer roads they now will do right across the country. And what to make will they do that? Will they do that because the way I say you need to get an access. Let's say for instance you go Jerion like a Luma town within the Bokenema highway. If you look at the left and right angle, you get town the way they go down, down, down inwards. Like for instance, if you go at the right angle, you go take to Jomu, where they go join the Sewa. If you go at the left angle, you go take to Bagwe. All them town they are producing town them. If they road the way that the feeder roads they're not connected for Ghana, the Luma, where Nigerian, it'll be very difficult for achieve whatever agricultural productivity you don't get. So SLRA as a body, through the partnership where they don't get with other road constructing coming there, they don't get a feeder roads there, and plenty other town roads for make sure say then agricultural invested areas there, you will get free access for car with them, goods them. I use Jerome for instance as a case study because me na free Tommy born, but na day me mama be they do business. If it is surprising for no say we go buy orange in our village, let's say Kayami or Konya. Follow we get that orange day to Jerome, it's a weak process. But now with the road network and other development that we don't take place, the moment you don't done, you buy the orange, you then Nigerian junction, truck ready for loading to Freetown if you're not ready for selling at the Luma. This is not the value the way government they try for do for make sure see them connectivity there are everything set. When you come to the agriculture electricity, one thing yes, Freetown as a whole we get a whole lot of challenges where they happen when it comes to electricity supply. But the thing where we can always try for let people understand that the fact that Sierra Leone is not just Freetown. Yes, Freetown now will be used as a case study analysis when we want to assess the value of government delivery. Because the moment you satisfy Freetown, you don't get a lot of satisfaction package at a greater analysis. Why? Because now Freetown, we need light, we need water, we need road. Everything about Freetown is jam-packed. But when you go inwards, that person within a village, you get outside, you get in water. If you go to water for an additional value. But what we don't try to do as a government, we don't try to see how they improve the lighting system. Where I will proudly sit on here and say, most of the headquarter towns now in this country, they boast of electricity way sufficient and they really enjoy it. Why? Because we want to say we decentralize people and residents, not to only for stay in Freetown. Because if you able go and live in the rural areas, also you get light facility. At the end of the day, you get courage for live day because that light they go make you able watch you game like we World Cup they go on. So that light they go make you follow with Nigeria television, TV them where you go to watch you Nigeria films them and plenty other movies. At the end of the day, you get that validate for sure. Say yes, with me agriculture I work what I don't do during the day. When I come back home in the evening, I have a lot of things that I will enjoy that are recreational facilities.
All right, make I stop you there for now and come over. Sorry, but let's go over to Jeff now.
Yeah.
You don't give me 8 thematic areas. Yeah. Jeff, same question goes to you again. Waiting that you take President Biodun 3 years in his second term.
Taking into cognizance, Honorable Mini will say, when you satisfy Freetown, you able to access government.
Thank you very much. I think he talk about 8 thematics, but he only talk about 1 or 2.
Yeah, for now, as time to go, we'll extend.
No one dominate the program because if I use the game,
now you want to go talk, so now make we give you a chance.
No, I just want to bring that to you.
Yeah, just take 2 for.
Waiting I want to talk about. See, I will start from waiting for just bring up the point. You say President Biodun do connectivity, don't do infrastructural development because they want for at least to achieve the feed salon project. Now, then roads and bridges and the way Honorable talk about, I want to say the ironic in the sense, if you go put roads and bridges for people with the expectation that their roads are going to be usable, make people then go into their farms and get out produce to other areas. Now, taking into cognizance the cost of fuel, how you go able to use or utilize that road, except people that use them on foods. Because if you buy a liter of fuel at the cost of 40,000, tell me how many people will be able to afford transportation in hiring vehicles, taking vehicles to that height or to that extent, and bringing out their produce. So I don't see, logical. It's illogical. Because you are just making it, it's just like a whitewashed tomb. Because if you're not able to hire a vehicle for bring out your produce to the market centers, then meaning it's just the same thing. Your produce will remain back into the farm and continue for rot because you can't pay, the vehicle fare. But let's say petrol is at 6 leons and president do all of this. I think if I don't get value, but if fuel is at 40, going to 50,000, and you are making bridges and roads for them, how can they use the roads and the bridges? So that one, not realistic. So except people that begin to use them bridges and they for work out, and obviously then will use them for transportation. That is one. And you talk about rural electrification. In Ion statement, they don't already tell we say, who side and go privatize, not to the right place. Taking into consideration Freetown, where satisfy all classes of people. You talk of, because Freetown, now you define everybody. You want diplomat, you get on a Freetown. Every tribe constitutes Naya. So if you left for satisfy Freetown, and you take them to Jerem, you take them to Jembe, you take them to places like Motoru and everywhere. Okay, that's fine. But actually yield, the dividend it's supposed to. Because you get to prioritize Freetown first. Because this is not the face value of this country. But if Freetown remain dark, and you go lights, place like Matru-Jong, leaving Freetown in the dark. So now a misplacement of priority that. So I also want to tell Honorable say, if you talk of development, that is not the way. You therefore prioritize that and put first thing first. So, in my own honest opinion, in the submission of the Honorable here, with regards to these two aspects we don't talk about, I think that's a bunker.
So in a nutshell, how do you assess President Bio in 3 years in office, second term?
Then strides the way it take. Now strides the way not give them a feedback, and not give them any applause, and not bring and come to the people of Sierra Leone, let people of Sierra Leone understand that it's working. You not get any appraisal for that. Now, in my own estimation, if I want to estimate President Bio from in first year to now, we're at 8 years now because we look at holistically now. Looking at free quality education projects, looking at infrastructure, looking at gender equality, looking at again in international, positions where attained and what actually achieved in all of that. I think saying President Bio, just like waiting with this from the interviews, you see the people are very emaciated. You see poverty written in the faces of the people. Sierra Leoneans are not happy in the aspect of the free quality education. We don't see communities in Sierra Leone where schools they don't even get blackboard. We don't see idea in the social media. Blackboard. We don't see communities in Sierra Leone where in fact now a mud house that they use. You sabi them colonial over 100 years ago building where they use stick them up. Where the environment not conducive. If we claim a massive black sheep. So what do we go tell Sierra Leoneans with respect of with regard to the free quality education? If education still they look like that.
Okay. Okay, Honorable. You don't listen to the submission of Jeffrey.
Yes, one thing I want to make clear that the fact that I try to lay the premise. As a government, we intention to make sure say power is felt by every part of the country. In as much as yes, Freetown and base, now make if you notice, I not tell you say because we concentrate in the provincial areas, that they make we not get Freetown as a benchmark for the development. If you go to Dockyard now, Usabide, you will notice the long-lasting electricity facility will come up because government not just one get to call a quick fix, but one get a total fix. Usai once we solve light problem for Freetown, it becomes solved once and for all. Because then generator, the whole they live on. At every time they get a breakdown. And the brother rightly talk about the bridges that all they create, the roads will not be used. I don't ever see Usai FDL go up but come back for that. Because the reality is there's always a cost-effective analysis where they happen, where Ministry of Transport they ensure say whatever price go up, they equate them to the transportation. Yes, that can be a very high challenge where government is trying to work on seeing that as a country we did produce we own oil because once there is a shift in international market, absolutely it will affect we because we know they produce on wheel. Even Nigeria where they produce get equal effect where they fall on them. Let alone Sierra Leone, a small country where they produce. But assuming we start production, we work towards that. Waiting will happen. As a small country, Sierra Leone, you will notice say waiting will produce go be more sufficient for we because we don't go get markets for waiting they produce. Enough people like Nigeria where the market bigger than waiting they produce. That now we try to work on. And as a government way dedicated and committed, the brother like to talk about schools. This is not a 1 year problem or 3 years problem where SMP don't come in. It's a long old age problem. And what government is trying to do now for CC, they fix the problem. If you go backward, maybe brother will testify where Kanja be the other way to call the Samabo Education Project. They will testify how many schools we are building in this country. You come under the His Excellency retired but not retired Brigadier Julius Madam European regime, you see the number of schools the way government don't build right across this country. But yet it still tells you much is still expected because in a country where every 2-3 village wants a school, some of them school they are not even government they go create them. Now people they will just say we begin to cross rivers for go school at the next village. Therefore we get to your makeshift way we begin something while we call government attention to that. So then video the way they talk about these are not schools that if you follow the video they will tell you say there is not even an approved teacher there. Now like one young man way don't go SS, they don't feel say I have been left out, they go back to my village and begin to say my brothers and sisters the way they that bring them up. And through the video they yes, government they take action, government they take steps there for make sure say they look at we got to call proximity in infrastructure and setup. You know you go to this village, side where you do a statistical analysis that just 7, 8 to 12 people you go be one school for them. That doesn't happen in the village. Now in Freetown you see from one left hand to another left hand you see school. No, that does not happen in the village. In the village, they look at the distance. For instance, they will look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 village. They say, okay, if we put them there together, if we give it 70 to 80 people, they will get for them one school at the center village. It's like 2 village they come out, 2 village they come out, so they all come. That is what happened. But like, them videos that they talk about, these are just desire for people like for make sure say they get them begin them not far away from them and into them makeshift structure and the way we get. And I mean when them video that they can come up, we get what we call with school monitors the way they go into them places and they for see what can we do. Does it warrant a construction at this particular point? Because we get councillors representing this area, we get honorable representing this area. When it comes to development, we get default functions where they go through the council for make sure say we get the development and they have to focus and attention. But one thing we need to know again is school is a capital intensive project. And when you look at the number of influx into the enrollment and what government give out there, you will notice say
it's really not a small finance to handle. What the parliament will see the budgetary government is said. It was surprising for them to say yes, it's 10,000 for say per child. But when you look at the number of people where they go school and you term that 10,000 per term, it's a huge sum of money. But what in government is right for do now one accessibility. Them begin there, do they have the access? And once the question of access is answered, the next thing is what? The quality attached to that access. When the government they move on for CCA, we get better schools constructed, we get the facility under the STEM project taken to them, so that then back to the big thing say yes, our government is reaching at the lowest and farthest corner for make sure say we transform this country educational system, just like how Ghana they do when they move from waiting we learn under the beautiful ones and not yet done under Kwame Nkrumah to waiting the present Ghana the boast of today. Now that kind of picture they do when they try to preach, they can't say it's not going to be rosy altogether as a goal, but I believe say once we identify the problems, that's how we get the problem solved. And once we solve the problem, sociology don't tell me say problems cannot be faced altogether. Where I buy motor car, waiting at the beginning member, now if you are in fear cost, so now more problem don't count on me. This money alone, why the car I don't buy 10 liter, that's 400,000. So it tells you I am creating more money. You can buy a take or kaya.
Oh, okay. Make we come back to this education with free quality, which is a flagship program.
Yeah.
How successful you think say that project will be?
There's a huge success because if you look at when we launched in 2018, people don't even feel say it's something work
to be in existence because we opposition bodies they say where will we get the money? How will we get the money? But one thing I want to tell you is authority. I've
been in the classroom
long ago since 2005 down to 2017 where I decided for left and even why I don't left I'm still in the classroom because I have a school now running on my own name. That tells you the efforts are there and the enrollment, because when you look at the previous enrollment comparative to now, it tells you there's a
great change in the numerical strength of
building, the numerical strength, the enrollment.
You not think say because you not think say because we get more people now into RAM, plenty as we say the numbers, I make the education standard drop.
It doesn't drop per se. What's in the happen?
You feel say not drop it, yeah, educational standard.
Like what I say, I have been in the educational system and I'm still there. One thing we government they always try to do now because say more teachers are recruited on a daily or yearly basis. For CC we increase the salary of teachers. Me left classroom in 2017. My salary was 878,000. Comparative to now with
somebody with a bachelor degree within the classroom is receiving not less than 1.7.
That is telling you the vast change we don't before. And remember, when you give teacher something, it is replicated out into his delivery. And then delivery the day, we all know how we see him say yes, something positive.
Okay, so before I come to Jeffrey, before I come to Jeffrey, you talk about Ghana, you talk about the longevity we then take from President Kwame Nkrumah, cancel the military coups, the distractions, they cancel Jeremiah Williams John, and they cancel Kufuor and the likes of mankind. You get that kind of longevity, but they reap and then sow. But in the case of Sierra Leone, President Madabio don't do 8 years, and in his second term, this is 3 years. How long are we going to wait for still get the end result?
Like I said,
we get barely a year or two.
Yes, Madabio completing his term does not mean SFP is ending its term.
Okay.
Madabio will be ending, but the SFP government will continue.
Okay.
That's not the deal.
I know really understand.
Yes, what are the type of thing? Madabio in second 5 years they done. But SFP as a leading government, they continue after Madabio in term.
Through transition?
Yes, of course.
Elections or
elections.
I give you power like a Chastello?
No, it's not going to be
Gito
like
Moses Black?
No, in Sierra Leone, we are well known for our democratic nature of transition. And one thing where our authorities is placing Ayana the fact that there is no constitutional law in this country that tells you stated.
Yeah, of course, we know that.
No, what I'm saying is the fact that SFP
has delivered
more and we continue to deliver because we still get more years for going to the 2028 election. We will make the people entrust you with another 5-year mandate under a new leadership for continue and expand on already the achievable thing that we don't get as a country and make sure say we take this country to the peak where we want time. We make very soon Sierra Leone from Chaka Stephen term where we host one big program that we call OAU.
I don't know money.
And now we can host another one way Sierra Leone depending on the inside, but we don't get a full infrastructure way. Now where we can
It seems
It's a campaign message. Honorable is passing. So let holiday now. Don't go to Jeff.
Jeff, I'll pick it from Usa Stop saying we are going to host another conference again. And if I can still borrow the words of Shaka Stevens and the then bank governor who was he said not only money now, or you give it the money. And we are going to host another conference, taking into cognizance the economical situation in Sierra Leone. If we host another conference, are we going to be the Sierra Leone we deserve, or are we going to be the Shaka Stevens Sierra Leone?
Because we are poor, that's just the reality. And if at all we want to help this country,
Right.
if we get Samaritans, well-meaning people, or goodwill ambassadors, they want to help this country. Not the people who can't get like that. They don't make sense. I don't know which is everything on why. Perhaps the way this will be known unless one for one. But you see, we have to stop this kind of thing. You know, they take this country as a joke. Because we do this one for two. Not they take the reality into play that the people of this country deserve. Then they take it from this country for a ride. Like Karika, they are joking and they are playing with the life. The brother did talk about hosting, the program. If we get like this, get if they really talk about very dilapidated. You get the one that said we don't make it. Not every for it. Not even if we get a maintenance cost. They don't maintain it, waiting we don't do. They will maintain. We say you want to cut those eyes. Who do you want to impress? You get for fixing house first. Fix them in order. There's a lot for do. As you rightly be in open statement. Say to whom much is given, much is given. And we are very close to 10 years. So except if you want to say, how many years are we going to wait for make them to come? And now they want to seek another mandate. Failing to consider that pain and injuries cannot cause the people of this country. Honorable here, they talk of continent teacher, they talk about the quality education, how successful. And they say like teacher, at least they will. And to show this government, they've never except
never.
Replacement.
No.
Replacement is
1,000.
excluding replacement. And also looking at how much they pay. They say they pay 800,000. Now it's 1,700
plus.
And that 1,700 cannot even take care of just one person who you himself. 1,700 bills. Not able to take care of you one. Top of place, you get a one. And 1,700 to take care of one person. Imagine if you can work such a money for a full month. In this year of our Lord. That's completely, we are out of this world. Sierra Leoneans are out of this world. We are not bad. It is just by the grace of God we are living. Considering the market, considering the inflation. You see, 1,700. How much they eat per day? Even if they go buy 20,000 US fish in a market, just put them into perspective. How much you go eat? I know you talk about the support, transportation, health, rent and all of that, and you are paid 1,700 and you are selling from 800 to 1,000. Before that, even that 800 will be better because it will provide you a bag of rice and some other things. So I think, but I think the time is against them. They are behind time.
No.
So I'm not expecting Honorable Yaya again to even come and see that we will continue. I think when I continuity, wait. I think the time is correct.
Honorable, Jeff don't bring some points here. He said the continuity, and therefore wait.
The continuity, sure about thing. Because they look at what alternative is there. That's the question. When you want to change, you look at what alternative. If a man has a car, he wants to change that car, he's going to look, is there another available car? Is that available car worthy or roadworthy? If the question to that is no, then I believe you have to continue with what you have. So the SFP-led government is a car not old yet, still lubricating and still getting a circulated oil that is of total value within it. So why not continue to it on the road as long as it continues to move? Because there is no other surplus car or a reserve car that can replace the existing car. That one I will tell you without fear. My brother tried to make analysis. Like what I say, when we end Budapest at this country, we know the boom in the economy at this country. Because they will bring down a lot of dollars, a lot of fleets, because all the fleets when they come to Yard in the when ECOWAS they come at this country, those people are bringing money to their pockets. Food has to be prepared for them. Who are going to do those things? It's going to be Sierra Leoneans. That's job creation. That's economic boom. The construction that is going on present, who are doing it? Sierra Leone. That's job creation. So when you look at the facility there, these are what a meaningful government want to see for the people of this country. Like I will rightly say, yes, the past one, waiting may happen. The time which I can still be doing, you not get the infrastructure for every house, the head of state, the way they can manage to go off the station, we will do the houses, the way the house competition they manage today. But now we have standard places to lodge these people. Where they will tell them they will go for car lodge. It's going to be a boom to the tourism industry in this country. That is what we want to see. So whatever is out there, what we think say is of value that will add to the economic strength of Sierra Leone, we are ready to tackle. Especially our president now being the head of that particular budget. So now that we look at. Yes, it's a road, and every road has a speed bump, and the speed bump are our checks. But what we do as a government, I will make sure say, when we reach that speed bump there, we reduce the speed, we navigate on the speed bump easily, and here we go and continue with journey. That's what we do as a government. For make sure when the speed bump there is down, for instance, we don't get the shock in the America, Israel, and Iraq war. One thing we don't always maintain, yes, there was an increase in the fuel price, but the availability don't be sure. That is what we want to see the committed government pursue, not a government way at the end of the day. Once you get shock the day, shortage happen at the market, everything is starting. No, we don't make sure. Yes, the prices are high, but the availability is there. And once you get the availability, we're going to go and say, the bridges continue to be in use because the people continue to fly. And when they fly, they go to our villages, get our stuff, they dig our market, and the farmers continue to enjoy their bodies. That is what we are doing. That is what we want to see happen. That's the continuity we are looking at. So the people of this country are very sure that we will tell it because people are education, we don't carry that. We don't tell it to improve on the health sector. Now, if you go along at night, the business in one European hospital you take, or just drive go along by the military, cemetery. You dey see the kind standard. Go Kono, you dey see the standard medical center. Go na the rehabilitated Connaught Hospital. Go na Cottage Hospital. In fact, we mortuary na when you enter, you go feel like say you wan die.
All right.
The way how they handle body na like way vaccine they do the advert wey dey say the care wey they go take for your body, you go see your body dey smile and in fact go last price dey for a customer. Na so we mortuary dey na when you go na we mortuary you dey see say you are like a hero because the body how they dey take care of we body now na we mortuary it's far different from how it used to be. It's a fact. Nobody dispute those facts.
All right, Jeff. You want Jeff? Look, it's Jeff. Jeff want come inside.
Out of Spain, he's Israeli, and if you don't believe what I say, I can get him a ride. We go to Connaught just after here, so that he sees himself exactly the value of what I'm saying.
Jeff.
Let me just give this short story. I think this Sunday we celebrate the memorial service. One that and the worst place where somebody not go wish for make the thing for a loved one.
Which place
Why?
are you talking about?
Connaught.
Yes. Why you say so?
Mortuary. The place don't become dilapidated.
When last you go Connaught?
I'm telling you, my brother.
Well, the question is when last you visit there. Okay. That's why.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that is factual. That is why it's called.
Okay, but talking about the hospital,
So let's put the health sector
Let's put
in
the
a
health sector. Yes.
in
Let's
a
look at the
nutshell,
health.
yeah.
Yes.
and in fact now, I think in tools, then the crossplay. Not a child. Of course, for the parents, is rely on the even care for such. Is it actually that government though? People will start for sure love. So that we will able to cross this path. No, we will take a look over, then we able to do this thing. We will not admire them for once. We will not try to imitate them for once. So I think, I remember even the, like, we're not going to use this kind of words, they placate to the lives of So, you guys are not performing. You're not performing. You go out in the street, you take a random sample, you take a survey, you just a research, a qualitative one. You out of 10 to your lenience there. Everybody will come.
So if I can understand more, Cornelius, from the 2 points of view, what I was talking about the facilities where the SNPP don't create. And Mr. Jeffrey talk about the care and for access and facilities then they. So what I will support that claim?
It's part of it. Because check it again, you will notice say I don't want them all within the APC and the SNPP system. So I can tell you authoritatively how cottage we did, what about the first before, and how cottage we now, what about the TT and last before. Because you see the vast difference. And one thing we Mr. Jeffrey know the good things in life, not that it is still old memory now. So you need to follow the information where it takes place. Now make a tell
just like what you say, the technology was.
Yes, you don't move, you need to move. It's still in a CD plate era. It's still in a CD plate era. We now deal with infrared.
Bluetooth and lights.
Why is still this game? So one thing where I want to let my brother know, this is not about anything comical or whatever. Now make a tell us go and now uplifted go and see for yourself the mortuary of Standard. So you know exactly what they're doing. Go to cottage. Then you see the procedure where you go through for even get the quality because we want to make sure that every bit of the stage is handled well. And for begin, you can get plenty of talent. Like I can mention for you the long video. That's purely for you. When you go there, you will see value added service. If you think say it's all about free time, no, you can move to follow. You can see the value there that you have in the network. And as if that is not enough, we don't do call more by day. And we want to say, because we want to say, even places without structurally built health facilities, we get mobility facilities. And when they work the limit, the record insurance, they've got more treatment. And you see the kind of desire in the people to get this no something of this very long. This is factual. You know, like what I say, we need to move with trend of time. In other countries, we have grown and they move with medicine and other things. We are having our work now to move with God, to move with doctors, to move with nurses, direct at the doorstep. It go interesting for those say since the history of mass teaching existence has do with this time, you know, the longest day of mass teaching. Go down to the court now. My constituency. Mass teaching has been there for why? Because we continue to perceive them
Okay, Honorable, quickly. Honorable, quick one. We're talking about the health sector. With all these claims and we talk about. So, but when it comes to real medication, if you were sitting as Honorable sick and you picking sick, you prefer to fly out. But that's the reality. I'm not talking particularly about you. I'm talking about generally the elders of the country. They want to know the rule. As they feel sick, they all don't want to go Ghana, go out.
And case study. Right? Don't make I use myself as a case study because the person.
In fact, I am that one person to my face as a Muslim citizen. My wife has never given back to any other hospital that got
That's how it should be.
When they tire, I'm touching the deliver. So in my mindset, I can always say, why I go with the tire first and the family, you are not going to define that point.
But you agree with me, see plenty of them people and they quote and unquote the elders, they move out with them.
No, even before the movement, honorable, where you can take you really teach them, okay, your wife to be specific for who deliver an cottage. You don't ever pay any sum. As we, honorable, I don't go agree with that.
So the moment they actually say it's time, and what take that back? All the notes they ask without Lapa say yes.
Without this, yes.
That's all they ask. Now like the one the way they go, some man they go born, ordinarily like say they gap go. And when the nurses they need Lapa, you don't expect for go buy Lapa at that worry sometime. You're going to give money for them to provide that facility. These are just the reality. Because people that they fail for no say, you have certain to put in place while you are going to live.
I am aware of that. I
have always prepared that.
And when my wife knock me, anytime, that I'm
always. In fact, if you don't get everything in there, that force close with the way power will give. Everything you don't do, you
all right, so honorable.
Don't get facility.
All right, Claire, honorable continue for the we will get 2 minutes after 9 o'clock now. Now at time for let's take a music break inside the program. We will continue for Canton again and we will continue for look inside it. President Leo then do everything who they expect and for the everything and not do it. So they can take a music break and after the music break we will continue the program. The program will be watch now Magic Morning Tea. If you just join me, you say can be part of the program. You will send me a message on 090 10 38 38. The number they display on the screen or you send them on Facebook or we watch the YouTube channel space. We'll go take this music break.
Insurrection causing madness everywhere. The children got no hope for the future. See how we're falling apart. There's no politics, no religion, no tribal conflicts, opinions separate us. Well, hand in hand, we go into the polls. Democracy, a government of the people, by the people, for the people, Salome now we owe. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. Let no politics, no religion, no tribal conflicts, opinions separate us. But hand in hands, we go into the polls. Democracy, a government of the people, by the people, for the people, Salome now we owe. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. Let us think and rethink it over again. See all what we've gone through. Let us build a peaceful tie and a better place for us to be. We are a people of love and splendor, of God's beauty on our faces. Let's recall those days when men were made, and we men took pride in their full breast. We beat round the legs and hips. Many man say, we will be said. Lemba man say, Walibina. Fulan man say, Tarama. Shabra man say, Babi Shekel. Kriya man say, Famula, Kushe, Aduo. Yes, we could all live together again as one. Politics should not be an instrument of division anymore. We may even agree to disagree and resolve the difference in the polls. Let no man deceive you with vainglory. No, not even with the sugar-coated vibes. See, man, wise up your youth, man. Drop that gun and shed no blood of your brother. See why? Hey, let no politics, no religion, no tribal conflicts, opinions separate us. Well, hand in hand, we go into the polls. Democracy, a government of the people, by the people, for the people, Salome now we owe. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. Let no politics, no religion, no tribal conflicts, opinions separate us.
Let's no politics indeed, no religion, no separation for winners.
Tribal conflict.
Nothing like that. George Wani sing this song for we, and I sure say we all appreciate them. The program we watch on Magic Morning TV, they reach you live for Magic Television, channel 38, on Facebook, YouTube, and all with social media, and is already get we from. We'll continue the program, one, and we can take some few text messages so we don't come inside the program.
Yeah, this first one they come out from Ibrahim Karim Bangwa. We say the BU-led government failed in all sectors in terms of development, i.e., education, food security, human rights, press freedom, electricity, bread and butter, bad economy, good governance, poor leadership, high cost of living, massive unemployment, etc., etc. However, the SLPP government has not good to write. Okay, time for say has nothing good to write home about in 8 years. The only option comes 2028 is SLPP to exit power and give way to good developmental and a responsible government. These so-called projects of President Bio and Co are not tangible at all. That come off from Abdul Karim Bangura. So honestly, the problem in Sierra Leone presently is the cost of living. This is because of the rising rates of dollar. What is government doing? What is government doing in that regard? That come off from Jibril. Secretary from Jibril say, how can you tell us about the Feed Salon program? Because we still they eat imported rice. That's another one. So we'll go take that to the day for now. So before you can answer the question, I think I come over to me. Jeffrey, when it comes to the economical situation in Sierra Leone, how can you assess it?
I think that this government is for collapse. And now it's a very lucky government. But misused it. I remember vividly we the go to 98.1 radio station. Because there was a time when this government came to power, then we get issues of bringing in investors or attract investors to make investors in the country. So that has been a kind of so nobody know exactly who's the problem there. Why investors not they come? Why investors they shy away from coming to invest? You know. So this man take up on in time. He go to the radio station. He talks say for make an investor come to a country, there are set criteria. Meaning that country forget a reserve to the tune of $600 million. If you don't get some, very difficult for making attract an investor. The reason for that money goes serve as a collateral. In the sense, if the investor can invest, if like there is any shock, it will able to turn to government, the government, you know, bail them out. And here is a government where the predecessor or the previous government, the predecessors, they left for the $492 million reserve. With that money, now in this country, we depend on. Just like a way Papa in a house, at least they say this money don't keep us. He doesn't tell one for you. He doesn't tell one for the king of university. You know, for purpose. That money, the previous government unstoppable government. And I was, because he didn't have an instrument, he had to go. He did it. And also this EU representation in this country, Corona 98.1, and say that one very clear to the hearing of every Sierra Leonean. So that's the thing for that argument. No, they left money. No, they're not left. No, they left money. No, they're not left money. So, yeah. And to a point, we can't begin to understand the government begin to auction dollar. Then before the government dollar. So people come, investors and come out here and there, they come. They start you with that money. They do have competition. They say they have competition. Because the dollar will go inflation. So we get them wrong again on that part. So waiting now we get now as reserve. Don't slip away with hands. So this country is here. It's only by its mercy now. So we are at the mercy of the white man, at the mercy of every other person. So we don't have money. So to the point, our currency is really value more than the Guinean currency. So they see the Guinean franc. It don't become a better currency than our own currency. So we money don't become the value. So if you talk of economy, this is not the crisis. This country is in an economic crisis.
Oh, okay, Jeff. Now you will be quick and come over to Honorable. Let's try for answer some of the questions they will don't get. Because we still get messages they will come inside. But let's take them to them first.
Yeah, I want to tell the Texas and plenty thank you, because at least that don't show say we get people where we communicate with, and indeed they respond them very important for we. But the first Texas, I want to let you rightly know say, you know, they live rightly in a planet Sierra Leone, because if you live in a planet Sierra Leone, if you don't know say the old Berry Bridge will not be a death trap, not to the work up any longer, because we don't get a brand new bridge now where in fact they cross Berry Bridge without knowing any longer. Like the one that they go there in a queue first before you cross, that's not anything of now. And if that person there they live in Sierra Leone, you know say that airport will be the enter with your house, where you calm down, you feel like now one host day before you. That's now something of the past. My brother I go testify to that now from the plane straight into the immigration usai they check you. That na the kind of value where you see now. And my brother like what I say, you know they live in a salon. If they live in a salon, you they notice say I take less than 10 minutes from Black Road for car access PZ because Pakaba Highway don't be completed now by this present administration. We don't make the connectivity to the east where now be a whole day journey from Kisi Road and Fobe Road. It's now very easy because the moment I take up Rondon, up Mountain Court, take an Regent Road, na middle Rondon down PZ so. That na the kind of facility. So if you say nothing not ever happen, it's like you are still asleep, wake up so that you follow up with them thing the way they happen. And my brother rightly talk about one or two issues with regards to the economy. And Usa Alek where he mentioned that he say somebody come we say we reserve for be this before with man and support we. So that don't tell you say we reserve not be reach that amount, which was making it difficult for us to be supported. Because it was not about word of mouth, it was about reality. You can write a whole thesis that I have XYZ property, but if in reality then property then you know not forthcoming, then your thesis is becoming something just a readable thing. So the reality here is, yes, we've got a shift in the dollar exchange. We don't take away from USA Obide to USA Obide now. But one thing we could proudly say that there has been that stability within 360, 370 for quite some time now. I need to justify that too.
That is a way forward. Like what I say, we will still try to see what thing we will use for attract dollar. Because all the things the government is trying to do under Professor Kalom, that was to say we have challenges. People when a businessman they will say we don't get dollar for go buy because each time they say the dollar exchange was good. So Professor Kalom by then an economist decided to say let we use a method if they need them, we give them, let them go buy what they want so that we people get the availability of whatever they need. People misuse that one thing because they all am and then get them into something else. So now make it the what I say it all boils around our mentality as citizens.
Okay.
How do we improve the law for our country so that when government do facility, we need to just shred them up or we use them for transform the country?
Honorable, we carry two stories in yesterday, day before yesterday and yesterday. One was unemployment for students in the Commonwealth University, of which they of high rate. I have some friends from the university very smart, but now they ride keke, they ride bike, some taking to drugs. And again, we do another story yesterday for try for assess President Bio in 3 years in office, second term. Out of 8, only one person MBF for recommend say the government is doing well.
In terms of cost of living, eh?
Yeah, in terms of cost of living. And there was a lady that was very passionate. She was even crying.
I follow the videos where you play out. One thing I will say with all due respect, where you do a survey, you get data for what you say. If you decide to take 3 educated, 3 uneducated, 3 grassroots, then you will get a better result. That layman way barely finds difficult to do. There will never be a government way to talk well about. Even if you take an America, it will still come and say things are hard.
But there was a lady we acknowledged say, even though she is a lady, I will not refer to her as an illiterate, but you know they get waiting that me you people afford, but yet still she praised President Bio. So
let me tell you say you do you get to do what you can get. It's not 10 people want to you got to know you should so that you get exactly the speed. But if you go interview somebody you know like where the entire life depends on people giving him or her to survive, this is not become difficult. Let me talk about the universities and the graduate programs. Yeah. All the education at universities, we are still in olden days educational system. We are looking at system now where we want to get high yield moving forward. We don't need 10, 15 like we want to work we just need 10, 15, but you go see life in nobody produce over 2,000 graduates. Where are they going? What are they coming to do?
It's one great salary like the boy.
It's one great salary like
So you not think say the government gets good for playing that? Because if you not improve on the library services in Sierra Leone, and even now one facility is very poor in Sierra Leone and Africa. But in Europe and America, even though there is an advancement in technology, but they are still making use of their libraries because there are vast opportunities of people that are using the library.
Yes, but when you look at what is happening in this country, people are enacting new technology to make sure say motocar will be used there.
So SLPP not able bring new technology to it.
Now make if you go now to the upcoming universities, we get universities and now where they do it in petroleum engineering. Because these are what the market is looking for. The market is not looking for library study. Now you ask we social work as student, with all you respect, you go study social work. They all day they send application into it. What do you want me to offer you as a job? Which is social work that you study. So
that question in a government need for rectify that particular area. Because government is for create the enabling environment for people to acquire some of these jobs. Now if I don't go learn petroleum engineering as you say, where will I work?
Now if you are studying petroleum engineering, you get plenty buying company.
If I don't get sababu.
No, it's not by sababu. Once you have the qualification, my brother, it's about the right qualification. Me, proudly I will say I came from a family that has never been a politician. But I have always been mindful of what I studied. I studied stores management and stock defense control with Cambridge College. I used it to work at Celtel then, long ago. By there, I just get was no more university in Asalono. I do my stores management and stock defense control. I do logistics, supply chain and transport management. Now I use for work at Celtel. Where I think say at any time Celtel go black me, I go for a college, I go study linguistics. When I left Celtel 2011 for becoming a politician, I went to the classroom with my linguistics and I became a good English teacher because that one is needed in the classroom. In all faculty, whether you are art, you are science, you are commercial,
they need you as an English
teacher. I survived well. In fact, I will make money pass what in parliament. With all due respect, when I was in the classroom, I was making more money than parliament because me syndicate alone, what be the wrong for English? I know how much it was giving me on a monthly basis. Moving away from that, what did I do again? I went to study something that can give me job. I went to do law so I can employ myself. So it's about what do you study that will employ you. Today, it's not a post. When I get on the paper there, I just present at one side. I know sir, I sit down right now and wait at the manage. Because that is what my value CV shows.
Honorable, you not think say you not think say the problem how they get now the tech vote we not strong now the country because everybody now the fit for go university. So going to university you don't lost that middle manpower.
Yeah, so Mr. Jeffrey, who are we to blame for the failure of our tech vote university?
Government is working towards that. Now make if you go GTI now, you go surprised for no the kind of value with GTI they offer now in terms of motor mechanic engineering, in terms of refrigerator repairing and the like. That is the value. Then still go to GTI. You see how that go my guy. You see how, so these are what we are doing.
Because people always look you like if you not go university, you are not. You are nothing. Even you don't get jobs. So that's not the problem we make.
In fact, when we do some construction
work,
doing me days why
Pala people. I now who build most of the houses then they as a young boy.
That's why they only give contracts. Now you do steel bending.
Now you do everything
inside the contract. But now block layer are different, steel bend are different. Everybody they can out in your own minimal thing because everybody go for it something different. Now
you they employ
possible videos, they employ carpenter special, they employ steel bender special. They don't give you one hose. Me and my boss will get. Papa, now me they take that iron and the straight iron rod there. Now me they take that cutter and the tight iron rod the bottom floor.
That's what we used to do, but now it's a separate
job. Why? Because it's now expanded and we want to
see how more people come in to make it happen.
Quickly, we'll not get better tell me again. Let's talk now about the cost of living. You agree with we say things are difficult?
That one is sure. If I sit here and deny that, it's like I'm not in right here. That one is sure. But what I'm asking everybody to ensure we do, we all don't come to the city, then we get back method of going back to our villages, as some of us do every year. I mean, every time I go to send the rest for me, Papa. But now, the agriculture we in the do, with them cars and all of. We see, let's not do one only eat. That's how they do it. And that body has died down.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay, so quick one, Mr. Jeffrey, as we don't get much time inside the program again. What thing will be your round up message?
Just like we will talk about the unemployment. Government supposed to put policies in place. If you think say you don't get jobs, starting off, we citizens they want to go upper in higher learning institutions. You get for the policies that are available.
Sure.
I remember when we will get a lot of dropouts at worst level. But then government make a whole commission when a government and ensure that they sit and look into this and come out with a resolution saying, now we give them SS score so that they will prepare themselves well. So every other government need also to look at within the effect in people and then find a way out. But if the government just don't care and just feel say, wait till you study, and then they ask you now, wait till you go study. You know, you don't need to do that. You are the parent body. So if you say you begin and you take the wrong stride, at least find a way out for them. And also, even the polytechnic here, as you rightly say, let government maintain that middle manpower. Now, even the polytechnic, government also they transform them to universities. Does that make sense? No. Let them maintain. You go to they don't transform on a university. MMTC, I mean, they don't transform. Even GTI, they want to put. You know, how can you do that? So government self is part of the problem. Not surprised you go study petroleum engineering before you get a job. And can everybody go and study petroleum engineering? No. It doesn't have to be like that. So, the government go back to the drawing board and ensure that they put value into this technology so that the issue of unemployment they go take back. They need for put money in. They need for make policies they need. The infrastructures, make them available, and follow these necessities. So that we don't go depend on mining. And we don't do on mining for, mining is an old age issue, but it has never benefited Sierra Leoneans. Not just the language.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Jeff, quickly before you go, because time don't catch you. Over 10, I go rate the led government
out of only
no over 10. Let's say over 10. Yeah. Over 10. I go rate them. 3.5. Okay. All right. Plenty. Thank you for joining us. So we will come over to you, Honorable. Give you last word, and you said rate una government.
Well, I would say 7.
Because
one problem with Sierra Leone face, we make even an international award, the name Sierra Leone to one look Doxina, because when you check the social media, the bad news they thread past the good news. And as long as not that we continue for do, the name Sierra Leone will be so rough for handling. The part of a road, if you look them guy the way they ride bikes countrywide. The other one, the guy they don't have to tie the whole road. He said that Salon no more you don't see from we border to we city, Natal. Where Mama do come up Guinea, where he can't visit we, where he turn back. he embarked on massive road infrastructure because when you move to Gambia now at the car, but after Gambia now for go inside, now trouble you dey. But when you come now, that value we see, where you go in fact in all the make overhead step. Why? Because then when they come, they see more money. So as a country, the last one now for make sure say we always use the social media space. Let's use it to propagate the good image of rather than propagating the bad things.
So you're eating?
I don't think it's in a seven.
All right, plenty thank you to we guys, plenty thank you to Jeff, and plenty thank you to Honorable for all them joining inside the program today. But this topic not go down, we'll continue and some other time again. We will get more people inside the studio for can continue for assess President Bio as he don't do 8 years in office. We will continue for looking to them. Plenty thank you for joining inside the studio.
Thank you very much.
Alright, and so this edition of the program Magic Morning Tea go left you for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, plenty thank you to the technical team, Adama Awaba, Raphael Maras, and Cecil Temple, Joshua, and then give you technical support. So till tomorrow we'll get the last edition for this week of Magic Morning Tea. Mina Cornelius Ekurandu, one pie presenter then.
And Mina Edward Nyake Tui Isitata.